It's sunrise in the Mojave Desert, and we are heading to one of the most alien-looking landscapes on the planet. An ancient crater in the Lavic Lake volcanic field. This violent scar on the Earth's surface has left a vast field of black volcanic rock. A hostile place with extreme heat and limited water. But some animals do survive here, and we are in search of a very special venomous snake. Our search begins in the brushy outskirts, where prey animals like lizards should thrive. These snakes are one of the most camouflaged snakes in the world. So you have to be really careful when looking in these holes because you can miss them so easily. And I can't wait to find one so I can show you exactly how camouflaged they can be. One of the desert's residents is not happy with our presence. Check it out. We have a very brave desert iguana showing off right now. This guy's letting us know this is his territory. He's doing some push-ups to show how big he is. And he's just giving us a pretty good show. It's pretty funny. They can handle heat better than any lizard out here. When it's too hot for everything else and everything's gone down in their burrows, these guys will still be out throughout the whole day. It can be over 100 degrees and these lizards will be out like it's nothing. They are highly attracted to the color yellow because of the flowers on the creosote bush. And you can see he has a creosote bush right behind him. And they actually feed on the little yellow flowers you see on the bush right now. Their distribution matches perfectly to the creosote plant. So wherever you find creosote, you'll find the desert iguana. Even out here, in what feels like Mars, Kim manages to find an edible plant.
We just found a really cool plant. I've been trying to find this for a while now. This is the Ajo Lily. Ajo means garlic. It was named by the Spanish for the flavor of the bulb. The bulbs of the Ajo Lily can remain underground for several years before sprouting. They need a specific moisture level for them to come up. So you could be walking over hundreds of these without even knowing it until you maybe got a rainy season and a bunch sprouted. And you can identify these plants by their really unique leaves here. They're slender and wavy. You can tell right here on the edges, they're a little bit curled. You can also identify them when they're blooming, but right now they are seeding, so the flowers have already dried up. But here are the little seed pods. You can also identify them from. They look like little tiny pumpkins, actually. Well, this is a really cool find, guys. This is something I've been looking for, so I'm glad that I could check this off my list, and we're gonna keep looking for rattlesnakes now.
So this rock outcrop looks absolutely perfect. Nice, big, deep cracks the snakes can go down in, so they love these types of areas. So I'm gonna spend some time here and search around for a little bit and see if we can spot a rattlesnake. I'm gonna climb up in here. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Look at this.
What is it?
Our first snake. Well, they're not exactly a snake, but a really good sign that there are snakes around. It's actually a snake shed. And you can see this snake was using this crevice to help shed its skin. So I'm gonna pull it out of here, see what kind of snake it was. Oh yeah. Let me get in a more comfortable position. So you can actually tell quite a bit from just a shed. We can tell what species this snake is. We can tell that there was a snake using these crevices. And you can even gauge how old the shed is. This shed is pretty crispy. When they freshly come off the body, they're really soft and supple. But as time goes on, they start to harden up and become brittle. And this one's actually got a bunch of pieces broken off, so it's probably a couple days old. So it wasn't from this morning. So this snake might not even be around here anymore. But it is a good sign that snakes are using this rock crevice right here. And looking at this shed, even though its tail's missing, I can tell you it's not a rattlesnake, just by looking at the body scales. All these scales are in smooth rows. Rattlesnakes have ridges along their scales. So that's one defining factor to this shed. And we can have a look at its head. So I'm gonna guess this was a coach whip, just using these rock cracks to rub its skin off. Coach whips are one of the fastest snakes you get in America. And they hunt throughout the daytime, even when it's extremely hot. And they'll hunt these flats, hunting down lizards, birds, mammals, pretty much anything they can come across. Really cool animals, and maybe we'll see one while we're hiking around. But it's not a rattlesnake, and we have a little bit of time left before it gets too hot. So I'm not gonna waste any more time, and let's go find a rattlesnake. Oh wait, snake, 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 snake. Oh, okay. This is what we've been looking for. This is the speckled rattlesnake we've been looking for. Oh my goodness. But this is not the color I wanted to show you. But I'm glad we found this so I can show you how different they look when we eventually get a lava snake. She is coiled up perfectly under this bush. And they will also use these bushes to hide out and bask in during the morning. And if you were walking by, there's no way you would see this snake sitting under this bush. Absolutely invisible. They match their surroundings perfectly, and you can find these snakes in all kinds of colors. And it all depends on where they live. They like to match the rocks that they live on. We're out here looking for what we call lava rattlesnakes. Snakes that are black, matching these black lava rocks. This is the same species, but this snake is pretty orange and kind of matches this vegetation around here. So it'll be interesting to see if we head deeper into the lava flow where there's more black rock, if the snake's color actually change. It's really hot right now, and these snakes are only active in the morning and the afternoon. I think it was probably heading towards its hole, and when it saw me, it dove into this bush. These are highly venomous snakes, so you don't want to be messing with them. Leave them be when you see them. I'm gonna take this snake out now just because I disturbed it, and I'm gonna put it to its safer, cooler spot before it gets way too hot and dangerous for the animal. So I'm gonna see if I can pull it out of here so you can get a good look at it, and then we'll let her go right here on these rocks. There we have it, one of my favorite rattlesnake species, the speckled rattlesnake. Look how beautiful this snake is. Absolutely gorgeous. The speckled rattlesnake. So this is the species we are after, but not the color phase I want to show you. So I think what we'll do now is head deeper into this lava flow where the rocks take over and the vegetation disappears, and see if we can find a lot darker black volcanic rattlesnake. Good luck, snake. ground is absolutely horrendous to walk on. Super sharp, super hot, and very unstable. The rocks are crazy loose. Because they're so light, it just gives way. So every step you have to be sure of your footing. So it takes forever just to travel 50 yards.
So we have been out here for a few hours hiking around, but it is way too hot for any rattlesnakes to be out. But we did find this really cool thing. Check it out. So we're pretty sure this is a lava tube, which would be really awesome because snakes potentially could be down hiding in this because it is cooler down inside these tubes and in the cracks of the lava out here. So there's only one way to find out, and that's by jumping in and exploring, making sure it's safe, of course. So we're gonna have a look. Don't worry, Mom. Just make sure it is.
Be careful.
Ooh.
Grab a snake hook, or just throw it.
So it's pretty barren down here, so we are gonna take a look around. The temperatures are a lot cooler, so it's a good sign that something could have crawled in through another entrance or fell in and made its way into one of these little tunnels through here. So we're gonna look around. And I'm gonna get really dirty. This goes really deep. Don't let, am I gonna get eaten? What? Don't let me get eaten.
How far back does it go down there?
It goes really far, and there's actually a sixth tunnel, and it goes down into a cavern. If I squeezed, I could probably fit, but I don't think you will, so. So there's some light at the end of the tunnel here, so this looks like that might be the other entrance coming in, and it looks like a bigger gap to get out, so I think we'll head out that way.
What an amazing cave system. Who would have thought a tiny little hole in the ground could lead to this? So how lava tubes are formed is when this volcano erupted thousands of years ago. When you had the lava flow coming out, the outside of the lava flow cools down and turns into rock, and then the inside is still liquid, pretty much like a hose pipe. And eventually that middle section floods out and you're left with these tunnels. It's so much cooler down here. It's about 60 degrees and outside is about 100 degrees. And there's no way any snakes are out and about. I don't see any signs down here. It would be pretty difficult for a snake to willingly go down in here. So I think we should have a nap down here and wait for the temperature to go down. What do you think, Kim? Yeah, because I'm exhausted. Yeah, well, let's find a cool little spot here, take a nap, and when the temperature goes down, hopefully get a rattlesnake. But how cool is this? Amazing. Yeah, let me just nap right here. Such is good. With the temperatures now a bit cooler, the conditions are perfect for snake activity. I don't know if you can see it right now, but we found what we are looking for, and it's right in front of this rock. Oh, look, it's coming to check me out. So this is exactly what we've been looking for, a black lava rattlesnake, the speckled rattlesnake. And you can see how different this one looks compared to the last one we found. If you didn't know and you saw those two snakes together, you would think they are different species. But we found them a few hundred yards apart. I can actually see where we got the last snake, and look how different it looks. This one matches these black lava rocks perfectly. There's no need for me to show off and pick this snake up. This snake's sitting perfectly fine, relaxed. I don't want to stress it out. And I'm going to let it just be on its way. Let him get his last bit of warmth and wish him luck for tonight's hunt. How cool is that? And that concludes our adventure to the ancient lava fields of the Mojave Desert. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more.